The police station was the last major landmark on the edge of town. Map aside, we knew people had flocked to police stations, army barracks, any place they thought might protect them from the aliens. A lot of people made their last stands in those places, and I wasn't looking forward to walking in on a massacre. Still, we had to know for sure. As we got closer, it was clear the aliens had already set up inside the station. Between Advent and the usual suspects, the entire place was crawling with hostiles. Whoever tried to hole up inside had definitely put up a fight. There were still fresh plasma burns smoldering when we got there.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Vale, voy. Está muerto. Tiene que estarlo. I'm trusting you here.
Moving to Overwatch.
Overwatch. Si tú lo dices. Está muerto. Tiene que estarlo. Enemy is still up.
When we got there, the police station was overrun with Advent troops. And they weren't taking any prisoners. Seeing what they had done to the station, knowing there had been people in there. If we were angry before, now we were motivated.
I definitely got that one.
Si tú lo dices. ¡Preparaos para una sorpresa! ¡Blancos neutralizados! If you say so.
Overwatch.
Supongo que está bien. Explorando.
I'm watching.
The police were in no position to fight a war, much less an alien invasion. Don't get me wrong, a lot of them tried, but most of them didn't live long enough to do any real damage. The situation here was a little different, though. There were a lot of dead aliens piled up. More than usual, anyway.
Boom!
Supongo que está bien. Compruébalo antes de acercarse. I guess that'll be okay. You're safe now. Go, go, go! I got it, right? Te haré caso. Poniéndome en guardia.
As far as I could tell, someone had gotten trigger-happy with a whole bunch of plasma grenades. Which side was responsible wasn't clear, but someone had torn this place up, and it looked like everyone involved paid the price.
Check it before you get too close.
Okay, I'll go. ¿Qué hay ahí? Check it before you get too close. ¿Eso es?
Going way out. Going hard.
Got it covered. Guardia.
The reality of it was, these people had a choice. They could have kept running. They didn't have to stop here. Didn't have to make a stand. But for whatever reason, I guess they had finally had enough. They knew what was coming, and they stood and faced it down, right up until the end.
Vale, voy. Compruébalo antes de acercarte.
police station and moved on as quickly as we could. There was nothing left of this town to save anymore. No one was in the mood to stick around and loot the place, but we grabbed whatever we could on our way out. Things started to open up as we got away from town. We made a beeline straight for the farm in the hopes of getting a few hours rest. We knew at this point the aliens were going to come looking for us eventually. We had left a path of destruction that only pointed one direction. I just hoped we'd catch a breather before the next round of reinforcements showed up. We rolled into a nice homestead. Big red barn and all that. Kinda reminded me of the old family farm back in Kansas. But that's another story. And unfortunately, this one leads us right back into another big fight. In retrospect, we probably should have avoided any landmarks. But we were all worn out and not exactly thinking straight.
Got it.
Moving out.
¡Allá voy! Affirmative. ¡Vamos, vamos!
Won't happen
En guardia.
again.
Ese blindaje es duro. Watch the flanks, they're moving! Esto podría haber sido grave. ¡Me están disparando! Creo que necesito ayuda.
Being on the farm brought back a lot of memories. It would have been nice to find a quiet spot to rest for. But we had kicked the hornet's nest, and they weren't about to let us sit around and reminisce about the old days.
Catch!
¡Eso es! It's dead! It has to be dead!
Not even close.
Le he dado, ¿no?
The Andromedons were a surprise. We didn't know what to make of that diving suit they wear. Especially when it kept fighting, even with that thing inside splayed out the front.
Go, go, go!
Roger that.
¡De acuerdo! Roger that. ¡En marcha! Ven y verás. A ese le he dado piso.
I remember hoping to avoid collateral damage at the time, but it was probably a good thing the farm was abandoned by the original owners. There wasn't a whole lot left of their farm after the fight.
I'm all over it.
If you say so.
Good to go. Si tú lo dices. Guardia. El blanco sigue en pie.
I'm still not entirely sure what the aliens did with the tens of millions of cattle and other animals we had across the country before they decided animal husbandry was too risky of a technology for humans to possess. I know it's got something to do with those damn Advent burgers.
Here, cats!
Check it before you get too close. Te haré caso.
We made it clear of the farm despite the aliens' best efforts. We found some odd weapons on the farm. Not the kind of thing you would normally find on Advent. Or anyone else for that matter. The aliens must have been using the dam as some kind of rally point or rendezvous. Because this was no patrol, no routine Advent sweep. They had brought out something special just for us. And to be honest, it was serious. If I had had any sense of self-preservation back then, I might have been worried about losing this one. I put on a brave face for the others. This wasn't the time to get shook up. The aliens were guarding the place like it was hallowed ground. With no survivors and nothing to salvage, we came here looking for a fight, and that's all we found. Among the squad, we all agreed. To hell with the aliens. If the dam was important to them, then we were going to take it away. Permanently.
Si tú lo dices. ¡Agachad la cabeza! El blindaje aguanta. Enemy eliminated. I'm trusting you here. It's dead. It has to be dead.
Getting too old for this.
At one time, the dam had provided steady power for the town and the whole county beyond. From what we could tell, the aliens had seized it to power some kind of portal.
Getting it done.
Vale, voy. Correr es tontería.
Might have nicked him.
Check it before you get too close. ¿Qué hay ahí? Poniéndome en guardia. Compruébalo antes de acercarte.
We had picked up a few upgrades along the way, but the aliens weren't about to give us any kind of technological advantage. They wanted to finish us, and they brought the guns to make it happen.
Overwatch.
I guess that'll be okay.
Supongo que está bien. Already there. Eso haré.
I'm watching. Scanning.
A ello voy. Guardia. Fallado. La próxima vez le doy.
Check it before you get too close.
As much time as I've spent trying to forget those days, you have to expect some of the finer details to get a little blurry. Thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure what we ran into back then was some kind of avatar. I remember the hair. Just take my word for it.
¡Por detrás! Moving out. En marcha.
Moving out!
Afirmativo. Cubriendo.
We didn't consider it at first, but fighting on top of that dam was probably a bad idea. Tight quarters, plenty of things that could explode in our face, and the toughest aliens we had encountered so far on this little expedition.
One off the armor! Throw a grenade!
Hit the armor! A ese le he dado piso. No hay escondite.
We had done it. We made it through the gauntlet alive. We were feeling pretty good about ourselves. Nothing quite like seeing your enemies driven off before you.